Yo, I'm not even trying to be racist, this is just my preference. But I fucking hate black girls. Matter of fact, not even hate, like I don't even really hate them. I would just never choose a black girl over like a 10 and 10 white girl. Matter of fact, I don't want any other girl but a white girl. My wife is going to be a white girl. I don't care, I'm going to get married to a bad white girl.
A few moments later.
I don't date Africans or black, sorry.
You don't like black guys?
It's white or nothing.
Oh, shit. Why don't you like African Americans?
I only used to date black men, but then I got tired of just like, they treat us like differently.
Go ahead. You're a dumbass. You're a dumbass. You don't want to fucking listen to what I have to fucking say. Word on side.
I'm not gonna stop you, Luke, because you've never cared.
I'm gone. It is now.
No, I'm trying to.
I know it is. You big shit. Shut your dumb ass up.
What's wrong with me wanting to be with and see my options?
From my experience, I feel like a lot of black people are so controlling. They're very, very controlling.
Beef mouth massa.
Babe, who you with?
Beef mouth massa.
Found babe. Who you with?
Beef mouth massa.
Found babe. Who you with?
Beef mouth massa.
Found babe. Who you with?
Beef mouth massa.
Raise your hand if you prefer to date Caucasian men. Damn, why do you prefer?
For me, you gain more out of it.
So financially,
Not just financially. You loving somebody that actually is loving you and showing you.
so you saying that white men show more affection?
Yeah, of course. Of course. Way more.
Black men have a heart. They love us. White men, you go more likely find a white man that do that than a black dude.
That's not a white guy thing. It's not. 5 reasons why I prefer dating black men over white men.
They're gentlemen. They never forget their manners. Always opening doors, pulling out chairs, walking you on the inside of the sidewalk. Number 3, they love to treat their girls. They like to get their girls' nails done and their feet done.
That's not a white guy thing. It's not.
They're sweet. Like, it's easier. You feel me? It's
Like that whole thing with, the pink dudes, telling me, oh yeah, I like, black women too. Whole time, a lot of them don't like black women. They might be sexually attracted to black women, but they don't like them. There's a difference, okay? Motherfucker, and that's what a fetish is right there. Like, for real, like, you are sexually attracted to a person, but you really ain't trying to have no relationship with them. You just want to try something. Or you want to rebel against your family because they dislike black people. So that kind of turns you on. It's like when somebody tells you no and you like, oh, like, you want to do it. Like, mother ain't going to tell me no. Like, I'm finna go do this. You feel me? So that's the type of shit that I dislike. And I'm not saying that I'm the only genuine pink dude out here that, appreciates black women. But I just feel like a lot of pink men do not really appreciate black women.
To date a white guy and a black guy, in your opinion?
From my personal experience, I feel white men know how to treat a lady.
So you're basically saying black men don't know how to treat a woman.
That's not what I said. I'm saying from my personal experience, the white men have treated me better.
What's your type?
So raise your hand if you would date a broke white man.
That's what I was.
Exactly.
If you're a colored girly and you're dating a white man, and if anyone at any point is making you feel bad about it, just tell him, babes, it's alright. Reparations. We're taking our land back, beats.
So when I met you, I really thought for the first time ever, wow, I didn't know black girls could be pretty like that. I didn't know that black girls could be that pretty. So really, I was astounded. It took me back, and
That's sweet.
You guys, I hate to be this petty, but at this point, the stories really are writing themselves. I think we just have to get to the point where we recognize that all of this, white men are better, or they treat us better, or get outside my race, or expand your options. None of those excuses are real. They're just not. I mean, there's just too much evidence at this point. Really, it comes down to a few things. One, either a woman is trying to get the bag, and she thinks dating a white man is going to do that. Two, she wants light-skinned babies because she has trauma from colorism, featureism, texturism, and does not like her own color of her own skin. Or in the most extreme example, she just completely hates all black people and black men and is basically a neo-Nazi in blackface. Those are the more extreme examples, but they do exist. But that to me is really the primary. But those are the primary people that I see promoting propaganda. And another reason we know that a lot of ladies are just caught up with ideas and propaganda, but not actual real genuine love, is because we see how the standards are totally different. Even in the clips that I've shown you, you have the one black lady over there who was feeling complimented by her boyfriend essentially insulting her. I want you to imagine a scenario in which a black man turns to a black woman and says, oh, I didn't know dark-skinned women could be pretty, but then I saw you and wow. Like, that man would be shamed from here until tomorrow. He would be canceled. They may actually try to get him fired from his job. Like, they would make fun of him. But for some reason, she thought that was cute, right? And then you have all those examples of those women in the podcast who are talking about, oh, white men do this, they do that, and they do that, and you do that. And then you have a white woman who's from the white community being like, white men don't do that. And it is so dangerous to just judge somebody off of their race because you start to overlook their actual qualities. I mean, this is why you actually have some women coming into a divestiture disaster and ending up unalived because they're so caught up in the idea of who he is versus the reality of who he is, thinking that white is right. And that's just not true. Every person is different. So I think a lot of these ideas too are things that ladies use to try to skirt accountability from their real motives. They want to blame black men for being colorist, futurist, texturist because they are that. And it's hard for them to acknowledge that about themselves. So it's easier to blame somebody else. Or they just simply want a white man's money. But instead of saying that, they have to create all this whole narrative and fantasy so they don't sound like they're gold diggers when many of them actually are that. So it's just like, can we just stop? Can we just stop with the lies? It's not like a lot of these ladies actually genuinely love white men or whiteness for what it is. They just want the money or the status and the things associated with that. And that is not a real and healthy relationship. It's not. For people who actually do fall in love with people outside of their race or their ethnicity and go on to have happy, fulfilling marriages and lives, a lot of times you won't find them online promoting propaganda. They are happily living their lives mostly in private doing their thing. So there's no shade to those people. I just don't like all of the propaganda that is out here. Having women run around in circles and basically avoid the things that are actually keeping them from real lasting love, which is dealing with the issues of whether it be self-hatred, whether it be issues with greed, issues with trauma, or really any of these unaddressed concerns that actually can keep a woman from connecting with who her husband really could be. But anyways, y'all, that's what I have. What do y'all think about this whole thing? Let me know down in the comment section. Thank you so much for listening if you've gotten this far, and we'll talk later. Bye.